Hi everyone! I wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about the importance of omegas. Now, a lot of people take omegas every day, and a lot of people take it for heart health and a lot of other reasons. I know in my household, we have issues that we want to support healthy brain function even. So if you're looking for an omega you can trust, here's some simple guidelines that I use. First of all, I look for something that's a plant source. I know there are a lot of animal sourced omegas out there, but they're not very sustainable. And over time, while you might be getting the benefit of some omegas, you're also dealing with maybe some fishy burps. I've known of some people that it makes very nauseous. And this is an important thing to have in your diet, especially if you're looking at things like joint health. So I look for a plant source that is non-GMO. And of all the plant sources I've found, the ahi flower is one that's very potent, even more potent than the, what is that called? I'm reading from my notes because, again, I am not a medical professional, y'all. I do not play one on TV. And even if I was a medical professional, I'm not your medical professional. So I'm learning, and I'm inviting you to come along on my learning journey. But there are some plant sources of the omegas that you can get that are not the ahi flower. Ikium oil is one, and also hemp seed oil, as well as flaxseed. And the ahi flower oil has been found to be 60%, it provides you more than 60% more than you can get from the Ikium oil, and 5 to 10 times more potent than what you can find in hemp seed and flaxseed. So why is it important, and why is a full spectrum important? I know a lot of people believe that you're getting your full spectrum of omegas by doing your 3, 6s, and 9s, but that's not all. You've got your 3, 6, 9s, 5s, and 7s. And I never hear anybody talk about 7s, so I said, why not do a little research and find out, why do you need an omega-7 included in your full spectrum omega supplement? And here's why. I went to a website called Life Extension. They have a lot of good research there for supplements and medicines and other things like that, and how they affect the human body. And this is what an article they published in April of 2014, written by Carol Stockman, had to say. Omega-7s help reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes. It helps prevent the buildup of atherosclerotic plaque. And I know I probably butchered the pronunciation. Again, not a healthcare professional here. And it increases your beneficial HDL while lowering the inflammation marker called C-reactive protein, which is very important when you're talking about heart health. And it is also, that C-reactive protein is associated with increased risk for heart attack and stroke. So you really want to have your omega-7s included in that full spectrum. You know, it's this way that omega-7 is able to not only powerfully but affordably reduce your risk of negative consequences from metabolic syndrome. And that metabolic syndrome includes things like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and other life-threatening disorders. And as defined by medicine, what metabolic syndrome does is it's a main contributor to cardiovascular disease risk and type 2 diabetes. And these risk factors of metabolic disease include elevated glucose, insulin resistance, lipid disturbances, that includes high triglycerides and low HDL cholesterol, high blood pressure, central obesity, that's when you have that apple shape, and chronic inflammation. So omega-7 helps work in 5 different ways, to, and these are complementary ways. In other words, it works complementary in these ways to help reduce a lot of metabolic syndromes, harmful effects on your health. It helps reduce insulin resistance, lowers blood glucose, which when you are more sensitive to your insulin, it helps keep your blood sugars in healthy levels. It suppresses that fat production and accumulation. It helps normalize your lipid profiles, including raising your beneficial HDL cholesterol and lowering that LDL. It fights obesity, and it powerfully suppresses the inflammation that can drive metabolic syndrome. You know, when there is inflammation throughout your body, it affects you in a lot of ways, and it presses on those organs that produce your beneficial hormones, and it just puts your body under stress generally. So having this omega-7 is really important on your journey to health. Basically, it also helps manage your body weight by promoting that sensation of fullness that you feel in the hormones that give you that sensation of fullness, and it helps lower those hunger producing hormones. So omega-7s can really dramatically improve your cardiovascular and your metabolic health in ways that are truly beneficial to you. And one of the wonderful things is it would take a whole slew of prescription medicines to even come close to what it does, and you'd have a lot of side effects you'd be dealing with. So if you can find a good source of full spectrum omegas that include this omega-7, it's a real benefit to your health. Again, I'm no doctor, and I'm going to include the link to the article by Life Extension down below in the comments on this video. And if you'd like to know what it is that we found that works for us and our family, I'll be glad to share that with you. So just message me. Anyway, have an amazing day. And you guys, I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.